Welcome to this week's episode of the ACA Show's Topic of the Week. My name is Ana Robles, and once again, in the flesh this time, I will be your host for this week. Today we'll be talking about PIPA and SOPA, the Protect IP Act and the Stop Online Piracy Act. Now, Anto, you go first. SOPA.
Okay, for the ones who still don't know what SOPA is, which is the Stop Piracy Act.
Online
Piracy Act, thank you very much. It is basically an act passed by the American government to give control to the corporations, which allows them to shut down and then, in a point, censor rogue websites on the internet that have pirated material or have links to pirated material.
Before you go on, though, you said passed. We all know that didn't pass yet. Actually, that bill is on hold right now. You know, based on the fighting and the blackouts that Reddit is doing and the blackout that Wikipedia is doing. Right, they really are protesting it. The tech guys really are going into it. Right, now that's a good short explanation. PIPA.
Well, PIPA is basically the same as SOPA, the Protect IP Act. The difference is that SOPA is mostly censoring, PIPA will be monitoring. So PIPA will be in the front looking for the websites that are, you know, like sharing things like Rapid Share and Pirate Bay.
And SOPA basically shuts them down.
Yes. From what I have understood until now, basically it's the same. Essentially, it's the same bill.
Essentially, the same bill.
It's the same bill. PIPA makes sure that any site that has any linked material gets reported, and then SOPA finishes it off basically, so that the big corporations that have copyrighted material could shut down and just eliminate the competition. It's basically two bills that work together to crush the little guy.
Yes.
But I think it's not only crushing the little guys, but it crushes also the freedom that is the internet. Let me give you an example. What internet does is, because internet is owned by no one, it is a free source of information. It's basically free. So what SOPA and people are trying to do is taking the internet and turning it to a part of the media by filtering it.
I totally agree. Anything you want to add to it?
Well, the way PIPA is going to act is that, as a monitor, it's going to look at the sites that have copyright items or products from the media.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And we're going to take the music industry for once. You have YouTube. A lot of people covering songs on YouTube, making parodies, things like that. Now, PIPA is going to make sure that every song or every clip that has a song in the background, or every song that is acted out, that it's copyrighted, gets taken away.
Like that the baby dancing thing with something in the back and turning that thing down.
Now for me, I'm thinking, why do that? The music is in the background, it might be a cover, it's not the original. But yeah, some people prefer the remake or the remix of the song than the original. And you can rip songs off of YouTube. I understand that. But some songs that are just in the background, you have people talking, you don't want to rip it. Another thing, I see this as potential as commercializing the songs that are in the background, so other people make more profit out of it.
Yeah, of course, that's the whole point of this bill. Right? If you crush the little guy, if you crush the competition, you're going to make more money. They want to monopolize something that they don't own.
Exactly.
Right? The way I understood it up till now, right, is that even the big corporations, let's say Google, which by the way is not a small company anymore, let's be serious here, right? If you as a user put a link, right, to any pirated material, Google is liable for it. Personally, I don't think that is correct at all, and that's exactly what these two bills are insinuating. It's exactly what these two bills are saying that should be done.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is it's completely wrong, but I think that this bill is actually, or those bills are actually not going to pass.
Yeah, but look, the government has it on hold, but how long can they hold it? You know, you have the lobbyists, the Hollywood lobbyists right now are trying to push as hard as possible to get this bill to pass.
Yeah.
While you have Google, Wikipedia, and the rest of the people who are informed, are protesting. Which unfortunately, I find this weird that not all media outlets are, you know.
No, it's really weird. This me and you both know. We've seen the Young Turks.
Yeah, exactly.
We got informed of this. Wolf Blitzer of CNN mentioned it once, and aside from that, there is maybe one other guy who mentioned it, and for the rest, it's only the Young Turks who's been covering the SOPA bill, basically, right? Which is kind of messed up if you really think about it, because if you go see all the lists of all the people that are the corporations, because I can't call them people, right, that are supporting this bill, right, it's basically every single media outlet that exists in the United States.
Exactly.
They're all backing this like wholeheartedly. And I recently read an article on this which mentioned that Hollywood came in with 19 million jobs are at stake, right? If the SOPA bill does not pass, which ironically it's a bullshit number. Like,
they just threw in a big ass number.
Yeah, it's a scare tactic. They threw that in, right? And ironically, the jobs they're talking about are about tech people, right? And every single person, a tech person, is against this.
Yes, exactly.
Right, but like I said, I think there's something like a bit more towards this whole SOPA Act. Actually, I like to call it.
Yeah.
Right. This, the whole building. That's I'm gonna explain at the end of the show for a bit, but you have something to say, so.
Yeah.
Well, my problem with this entire bill, or with these two bills, is that they don't see it as an opportunity to, well, show their products. Like, you have them making their own commercials. They're using Party Rock in Kia commercials, they're using this and that. But they don't see that as potential that other people that use music can also commercialize and show that, like, hey, there's more music than what's being shown here.
Yeah.
They can profit out of this.
Mm-hmm. It's too free.
It's too big. It's not defined.
Yeah.
It's not defined in small letters. It's a big thing, which I think they do not know what they're talking about. The internet is way too big.
Yeah.
Everything the internet is made of will be censored. So popular things like memes, Facebook has to be censored right away, because all the photos you're sharing, even if they're not yours,
I can sue you for having my picture on your page.
Exactly. And not that in insult to injury here, but Americans love to sue.
Yeah.
I can sue you guys for using the intro and the outro song.
Actually, no, you can't, because it's actually copyrighted within like the ACA shows. Anyway, no. To be honest though, I seriously believe this bill is not going to pass. And this is not my opinion, right? I've actually seen this opinion already mentioned, but I wholeheartedly agree with this. Everybody knows, or anyone who's a bit informed, that the US government, 90% of the politicians there are bought.
Yeah,
right?
that's so true.
The only things that aren't buying politicians right now, right, are internet companies. Facebook is totally independent. Google is independent on that. They don't lobby as much as they should. Basically, according to American standards, right?
Yes.
And by introducing this bill, right, you automatically provoke them, because they're the only ones who know. So what happens now? Automatically, Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Reddit, whatever, that are fighting against it need to lobby right now to keep it out. So basically, the politicians want to get paid.
Yeah, that's the point.
You're not playing ball. We're going to make you play ball.
But these two, that's the point. These two acts have nothing to do with piracy, has nothing to do with whatsoever. It has all to do with money.
And that's where it comes down to greedy motherfuckers who wants to control the world, basically.
And I want to go, in a way, I feel that these two acts, in a way, they might pass. I see. Why? Because, remember, it is the government that said, we're going to keep it on hold. But knowing the government, or I mean Obama, knowing Obama, when Obama says something, he does it completely different.
Well, I'm just glad he's not our president. I'm just disappointed that the Americans don't have any other viable characters.
Exactly.
If there is one that raises Bassett, Ron Paul would be the best president that they could have right now, but it's a kind of a scary thought for us outside of America.
Exactly.
Right, to be thinking about that. Well, it's 1-1 tiebreaker. What do you think? Pass or no?
It shouldn't pass.
But is it going to pass or is it not? Your personal opinion?
No, I didn't say it shouldn't pass. I'm just saying there might be a chance it might pass.
My vote goes to no. It's not going to pass. You said, yeah.
Well, I'm doubting majorly because if this is gonna pass, whole hell is gonna break loose.
Exactly.
It's gonna be.
So you're undecided.
I'm undecided. This is going to be an occupied internet versus the government.
Exactly.
And not just this government, because if PIPA and PIPA and SOPA, if they pass, other countries are gonna take it, and everyone thinks differently. So the entire internet, which is now one complete thing, it will be different parts.
Yeah.
It's gonna confuse people, and that entire thing that we're holding on to, that freedom of speech, that freedom to express yourself. If that's going to be censored, it's going to be the people.
It's the destruction of the internet as we know it.
Yes. It becomes a totalitarian internet.
Conclusion: we don't know if it's going to pass.
No.
We voted. It's equal.
We hope it doesn't pass. But unfortunately, these Hollywood bastard lobbyists are trying their best to make it pass.
Well, that's the end of the show, I guess.
Yes.
Now, this is an issue that we would love to discuss with you in the comment section below. Right? Remember to subscribe to us as well. What are your thoughts? Is it something that should pass or no? Discuss it. Remember to subscribe to my channel as well. Remember to subscribe to Anthony G's channel as well. And that will be it. There's going to be some changes since I am leaving to Aruba for a couple of months. So the ACA shows might be a bit different as of now. See ya. Peace.
Peace. Power to the people.
Welcome to this week's ACA show. Welcome to this week's ACA show topic of the week. My name is Anya Rodas and I will be your host once again. Today we'll be talking about the SOPA Act.